Hello and welcome to the Cubs on Tap podcast. It's supposed to be me and Joey. Joey's internet's messed up. Oh well. I am not Ron Luce. I'm not Joey. I'm not Juice. I don't know if Joey's on here right now, but I'm Teddy Freddy. Tyler. Oh, there he is. All right. Whew. I was sweating, man. I was the only one on the thing, so I just started.
Well, this might happen again. I'm sorry, Tyler. This is horrible. We were just talking off air. Oh boy! No sweating. No sweating. Grab another beer. I got one here.
Oh, I'm good.
Salud, Tyler. I missed you.
Man, Joey, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
It has been a while, man. I've been good. Yeah, made it back. We didn't die. I was nervous when we were in the mountains driving through Colorado a little bit at night when I wasn't the one driving. So I was, supposed to be sleeping so I could drive the rest of the way. But, sometimes you just don't feel right when you're not the one driving. So
hey, man.
I was a little nervous. But we are Cubs on Tap. Tyler, I don't know. I'm sure you introed this thing. If I kick out again –
I didn't do it like Ron, man. I can't do it like Ron. Nobody can do it like Ron.
Nobody can do it like Ron. But I missed this show, and I missed you guys.
We missed you. We did.
I've been dying to talk Cubs. I've been stewing. Hysterical start, Ron says, already here in the comments. Yeah.
I can hear him now.
I know. Glad you found it hilarious, Ron, because we did too. And we also know that we are making an absolute mockery out of this thing. Jeremiah's here. He's already in the comment section as well. The 14th inning stretch was the highlight of the game. I guess we could get into Cubs. We will get into Cubs. A lot of stuff happened over this past weekend since you guys last had a show. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks probably for me at this point, but a lot has transpired and things. Tyler, I have thoughts. Like I got not thoughts, I got thoughts. Like that hole over there. Like I think, do they still say that, Tyler? I don't know. Like Eric Hosmer, I think our buddy Scott Crawford always calls him Hosmer. That hole over there, that Hosmer over there. I don't know, man. The pool was looking empty, so they filled it with the hose. I'm gonna keep going with this shit all night, Tyler. I don't know why. But sorry, not thoughts. I got thoughts, though. Dude, today, I don't know. They lost 14-inning game. We'll get into that. They lost today. Before we get into everything Cubs, want to remind everyone we are one of two official Cubs podcasts here at the OnTap Sports Network. Go to ontapsportsnet.com to check out all your Chicago sports needs. Cubs, Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, White Sox, bets, all that sort of thing. I mean, golf too. Jack and I will have a show this week. We missed a couple weeks for golf. Yeah, man. I guess, what do you want to start, Tyler? You want to start with today? You want to start with Friday? I feel like we should probably start Friday.
Let's start with the Friday. Yeah, I mean, like coming off Thursday. I believe that was our last show. I'm gonna be honest, like it wasn't the best vibes. I mean, you're coming off a 3-1 series loss to the Nationals, and we're looking at each other like, damn, we've got the Marlins coming into town. We just recently got swept by the Marlins the week before, which I happened to be at the game on Friday. I got to watch the Friday game of the Marlins Cubs when Stroman pitched. And this weekend was fairly big. And we got some pretty good news Thursday afternoon. I believe in the middle of the last game of the National Series, that we were getting a pretty nice little call up, so to say, a nice little first base piece that everybody was hollering for. Everybody was screaming for a nice little, how do you say, masher in the lineup.
Masher? Did someone say masher? He is a masher, dude. I think they were down 3-0 when they made that announcement too, which was kind of the crazy part.
So Matt Murr was getting called up. That was a nice a nice surprise coming into Friday's game. But let's talk about Friday, dude. Justin Steele, man, kicks it off with the only way Justin Steele can, and that's what 7-inning performance, 4 strikeouts to do was lights out. MLB The Show finally. Well, I say finally, they're starting to give him the respect that he deserves. He finally gets a Player of the Month card. Finally, they just on the side here, San Diego Studios. If you guys are watching, I think we need to change his live series card from a silver to. I mean, hell, I don't know how the hell he's not at least a gold. The disrespect, man. Come on. And to see Matt Mervis come up and first game RBI. His first hit, first RBI, awesome. And just kick the series off on a good note.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I was watching that game from the bar with my dad, having a little lunch with him, had a nice little fish sandwich. Dad was enjoying that one because, and he even gets a little bit emotional watching these guys make their debut for what I mean, it is a special thing, right? Like Jameson Taillon was talking about it. Jameson Taillon was talking about it in game. I think it was in that Friday game. Maybe it was Saturday the next day. I can't remember when they actually had him on to talk during the game, but he was talking about how excited he gets during these debuts. And for every player, it's just the grind that it takes to get there, and you're fulfilling your dreams, and like being able to do that. Totally. Don't derail my thoughts, Rod. Don't derail my thoughts. I see him. He's trying to derail my thoughts. What was in the fish sandwich? What was on?
Well, it's like our guy. I believe it was Juice and Ron had talked about. They were throwing in all these memes about Moneyball. And speaking of Matt Mervis, it's like the old saying from Moneyball goes like, how can you not be romantic about baseball? Anybody that has, and not just baseball. Anybody that has, worked their ass off for a goal, worked their ass off for something, and then just, and then to finally see it, come full circle, it's that same thing. Everybody sees it. And so speaking about, just talking about Matt Mervis, like going through the minors and finally getting that call up, it's easy to get emotional about that. Like it's like we said, like the old saying with Moneyball goes, like, how can you not be romantic about baseball? And Matt Mervis just, Friday gives us another one of those stories.
Absolutely. And I mean, going and also to that point with Amaya, by the way, I'm blaming Ron. I'm blaming Ron for freezing, even though I know this is going to happen throughout the show. It's just the connection I'm having today. Going back to Amaya too. I mean, look at the trials and tribulations he's had with all the injuries.
Exactly. Yes, we talked about this Thursday.
And I was scared, man, when he got hit by the pitch. I can't remember which game it was, Friday or Saturday. Mm-hmm. When he got hit by the pitch, I'm like, oh shit, dude, please no. He doesn't need any more injuries. Like, if there's one guy on this team that does not need injuries, it's Miguel Amaya. We don't want any of the stars getting hurt. We don't want anyone getting hurt for that matter.
For sure.
But like a guy that's been through so much and has struggled to get to this level, like he was a number one prospect in this system. And you guys talked about it on the previous episode. And it's just cool to see.
It is.
I don't know about like stopping for a second. We'll go back to Mervis. I am derailing my thoughts here.
No, you're good, man.
Amaya has not looked out of place. No. Behind the plate or at the bat. I mean, he is hitting everything hard. It's crazy that on Saturday, I think it was Saturday, could be wrong about that, his first RBI hit.
Saturday,
it was the only soft contact he'd made so far. Every ball that he's put in play has been a hard hit ball until that point.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, he has not looked out of place. Mervis, what's your excitement level, though, now with these two guys here? I know Amaya might be sent back down here shortly, and we can have the Tucker Barnhart conversation once we get to Sunday. But like Friday, you said,
my excitement level for for Mervis is probably just like everybody else's. Like it's up right now. We've seen how this dude has smashed so far this season. The guy has, throughout the 3 levels of the minors that he's been through.
Mervis came.
Mervis has lowered his strikeout rate and raised his walk rate within these three, like through all 3 years that he's been throughout the minors or whatever. And then just to come up, and he's smashing lefties right now. So everyone that wants to say like, oh man, he's just a lefty on righty smasher, like no, like the dude can hit both sides, left and right. And just take last week, for example. Take any of those games in the National Series. We were all screaming at our televisions, at our phones, at our iPads, whatever, at Eric Hosmer, like, good God, and Edwin Rios, just like,
yeah,
why are these guys still on the team? So to finally get Mervis up here, it's great, man. It's a shot in the arm, like we said last week. It's a shot in the arm that we desperately need. Now, not to say that I'm not taking Matt Mervis and being like, okay, you're the guy now, like, all the pressure's on you, everybody's looking. No. Because at the end of the day, worst case scenario, if he does exactly what Eric Hosmer's done, whoop-de-doo. He's getting major league experience, and hopefully, and so far we've seen it so far this series. He's played every game so far. He played. I think he started at first on Saturday. Hopefully, he's in that lineup regularly. If I said that right. Because he doesn't need to be a guy that is, just playing 3 games a week. And I don't think he will be, because if that's the case, it's like, screw it, just go back down to the minors, which he shouldn't. So hopefully he's in that lineup every single day. And if you want to bounce over to Saturday real quick to talk about Saturday, I know we still got to talk about today's game, but and Saturday, as far as being on the field, I know there was questions about his defense. Yesterday, he looked pretty comfortable over there. He started maybe it might have been today, turned a pretty sweet little double play. Pretty tough play and made it look easy. So I'm not super concerned about his defense over there either.
Dude, his defense so far has been great at first base. It seemed like he had some game-saving picks over there at first base, not just today, but Saturday. He's looked excellent at first base so far. I mean, all the concerns about him playing defense at this level, that was one of the big concerns I had, was maybe that's, we weren't really hearing about, he's got to fine-tune things defensively and this and that. Like, the reason why the excuses were to keep Chris Bryant down, for example. Oh, he's still working on defense. Okay, that's a load of bullshit. But with Matt Mervis, I thought maybe there would be some actual concerns there, because I think he had some issues in the past, but so far so good, man. He's made some great plays. Like you mentioned, the double play, the scoops. He's been great over there at first, and I'm really impressed with just his demeanor. I think obviously this is a shift going to the big leagues. He's been able to cut down the strikeout rate and increase the walk rate at basically every level that he's stepped up to. So far, the strikeout rate, I think it's a little bit high here at the majors, but I mean, it's 3 games. Like, you know what I mean? This is totally an adjustment. Once he makes that adjustment, I feel really good about where he's going to be at. But I will say, man, like it's just cool to see him here. And I think the Cubs really do understand that he does need to play every day, unlike maybe their lack of understanding with a guy like Nelly V, maybe their lack of understanding with some other guys that they've kind of, missed the boat on, where they should give him playing time, in my opinion, which, I'm not a manager. I'm not in that facility. I don't see the practice that's happening, the batting practice. You know what I mean? Maybe Nelly V is not looking as good as what they think, but he's on the roster, and they let go of Edwin Rios and Louis Torrens, and
it sucks with Nelly V. I know you just brought up Nelly V. It sucks that he's in that little that little whirlwind right now, where it's like he's in a tough spot as far as getting opportunities to play, and it sucks because, man, I'd love to see that guy put up, get a decent load of at bats, in a week. It sucks because you're playing behind Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger, Seiya Suzuki, and
where do you put him? I mean,
I know it sucks because when he's on, man. Like I saw him the Friday game last week, just belt a home run against the Marlins, and then he had some key at bats in this past week, and it's just like, man, I'd really like to see that guy get like a a full season's worth of at bats, but it's just tough, man. It's tough.
It's tough, especially for a team where, you said it, you look around the diamond, there's not many holes on the roster now or in the starting lineup for that matter. Like roster, we can debate that. We'll get into individual games. We're already delaying that as it is, but why don't we just go ahead and do that, I guess, because, there's reasons to – I was fully ready. Let me –
Joey? Oh, Joey.
just tell you this, Tyler. I'm gone. Am I gone?
No, you're here. You're here.
Okay. I was fully ready. I was fully ready a couple days ago to and preparing myself for Sunday, getting ready to come on here and being like, why is Madrigal at the MLB level? If he's not playing, if you're not using him in those pinch hit opportunity spots where it's a contact situation, where you need a guy when it's second and third with nobody out or one out, or you just need contact and you're not even going to use him in those spots or use him as one of your specialty bunters.
Yeah.
What is he doing here, right? What is he doing here? And Wisdom's kind of come back down to earth hitting-wise lately. They wanted to get him a day off. So yesterday he didn't play. Madrigal was able to step in and had a huge game on Saturday. Had himself a day with the big 2-run knock, knocking in Bellinger and Nelly V, really breaking the game there at that point. And, and he made great plays in defensively. Ended the game.
He ended the game with an awesome play.
I mean, so now, and I look at today he had a pretty good game other than the last opportunity where he swung at a 3-0 pitch that was above, like everything's too tall on this guy because this guy's short. And I'm short too, but here nor there, everything's too tall on him.
Let's just talk about today's game.
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. 14 innings, man. 14 innings, a freaking marathon, this game. And the Cubs never – well, wait a second. The 8th inning, that's what's important, though. First of all, Justin Steele, we'll quickly summarize. Friday, Cubs won. I believe it was 4-1. Justin Steele, 7 innings. Absolutely magnificent again. Smiley didn't quite have it on Saturday. The Cubs fought back. 8th inning, they fought back. And they
kicked off with Cody Bellinger with amazing hustle. And, Nick Madrigal coming in, and Miguel Amaya with his first hit, first RBI. And, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see that type of fight, especially against a team that you think you should take care of business against. The bullpen really came through on Saturday, too, with Keegan. I mean, really, Keegan, 3 innings. Rucker was good. Alzolay picked up the save. We saw a Mark Leiter Jr. save on Friday. So the bullpen, those 3 guys, man, Keegan.
Solid all season long. Yep.
All season long. And Mark Leiter Jr. is an absolute – I hope Ron's still in here. Mark Huevos Grande Leiter Jr. Dude, that splitter is that splitter's nasty.
He's nasty. But as far as today,
get into it.
Hayden Wesneski, just to kick it off, dude gave you 6 innings, 1-run ball. I believe he did the same thing his last start. Yeah, his last start, 6 innings, 1-run ball. I believe he only had 2 strikeouts, but today ended up having 6 strikeouts. And the dude looked like Hayden Wesneski. He looked like the guy that we saw at the end of last season. Gave up a bomb to I can't believe who it was. I can't remember who it was, but he was solid, man. He gave you everything you wanted. 6 innings. Might be froze. Well, anyways, but and Sandy Alcantara, the dude. I know he hasn't had like the greatest kickoff to the season, but man, Sandy Alcantara was on one today. Like the dude was hitting 99, 100 miles an hour. The changeup was working. Dude was tough to hit. But anyways, like 14 innings. Oh, there you are. I was saying, Alcantara, dude, looked good.
Yep.
You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about Wesneski and Alcantara looking like NL Cy Young Alcantara.
Oh, dude, he was hitting 99, 100 on the black today.
Nasty.
And he looked like real Alcantara today. I know the season, like you were probably mentioning, I heard you real quick before I, froze up again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that home run, by the way, was Gurriel that hit it off of Wesneski. But
Gurriel, gotcha.
Alcantara was
he barely went out too.
It barely went out. And I mean, Alcantara, though, dude, 99 on the black, 100 on the black. That's why it really bothered me. Now, you can look at this one of two ways. It's only an opinion, right? It's 100% an opinion. I can't say I'm right. I can't say, whoever on Twitter that's disagreeing is right. We really don't know what the right answer to this is. But when they had the third inning and you had first and second and nobody out, now
Oh, Joey. He froze on us. I believe what he was getting to was in the third inning, we had guys on first and second. And I can't remember who was up, but they chose to bunt, which was really head-scratching because it's still 0-0 early in the game. And you choose
everybody can point to.
There you go. You got me? Well, anyways, they choose to bunt. And you there?
I guess I'm here.
I don't know. I was kind of reiterating what you're saying as far as like them going with the bunt there in the third inning.
Yeah, no, I mean it's totally true, man.
Amaya.
Why would you bunt with Amaya? Yeah, and right here says it too. But why would you bunt with Amaya, who's been striking them pretty well so far, short time? I get it, but it has nothing to do with even Amaya to that point. If it was Barnhart, yes, I would understand that though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's first and second, nobody out.
No outs.
Third inning, it's a 70 degree sunny day on a Sunday at Wrigley. It's not October against an ace with 30-degree weather. You're not playing for 1 or 2 runs because you're scared that it's going to become a
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense because, Alcantara was only in his third inning, and Amaya's been hitting the ball
bullpen
hard.
game and a matchup game, and you're scared how many runs you're going to score that day. Yes, you just don't play for 1 run in that situation.
I agree. You don't play for 1 run.
You're killing momentum. You are killing momentum in that situation. This is the mind-boggling part these are the things, Tyler, I've been stewing on for the last 2 weeks, and I have not been able to share my thoughts on this shit for 2 weeks.
Who bunts? Bunting is not cool. Hashtag bunting is not cool. Nobody bunts. It's like the old saying that goes, when your coach tells you to bunt, you don't. And that's what imagine had Amaya done that. Like they call for the bunt and Amaya's just like, no, I'm good.
And now I still won't be able to because my internet wants to prevent me to.
We're going to hear clips just here and there of Joey coming in with him running. And it sucks because this guy hasn't been here in a while. We miss his takes. And Comcast is not working for Joey right now, and it just sucks. So I know we do the hashtag Where's Joey. Let's just do like a justice for Joey's internet, something. Free Joey's internet. But yeah, anyways, so Cubs are down most of the game, and then huge comeback. Nice little comeback in the 9th inning. You got Cody Bellinger with a double that scores Ian Happ. And then Hosmer tying things up with a single. And then we hit back and forth. The 10th inning, Joey Wendell scores, or Joey Wendell has an RBI. Nico Horner bounces back, which that dude has been solid all season long. I know we talk about him all the time, but Nico Horner does it again. GoFundMe for new internet. That's right, Ron. And then Jazz hits the sacrifice fly to make it 4-3. Ian Happ singles, and we're in the 13th inning now. Makes it 4-4, and then in the 14th, I believe it's in the 14th inning, Owsley balks a run in, makes it 5-4, and we can't score in the bottom of the 14th. It sucks. Alzolay, if you watched it, I guess it was a minor balk. He didn't get called yesterday, but he got called on a call, or he got called on a move. Joey, we're talking about Alzolay's balk. But like Saturday, I believe he got called for quick pitching. Ron wanted to let you know we're starting to GoFundMe for you and your internet.
Please do. Anyway, please do. Please. I'm ready to throw this router at my neighbor's house.
So Alzolay gets called for the balk, but Saturday he had a similar call where he was quick pitching. I don't think he wanted to. He didn't want to get the violation, the pitch clock violation. So he kind of quick pitches, and doesn't get called for it, but they talk about it later. But anyways, it doesn't make me feel too bad because after he balks, then Sanchez, I believe, hits a double, which would have scored that guy anyways. Bottom of the 14th, have a run on first, 1 out, and I believe it's a magical 3-0 count, swings at ball 4. Next thing you know, I believe he grounds out, and then there you are, Tucker Barnhart strikeout, and Cubs lose. Brutal, but hey, overall, series win, man. Series win. We were coming off a big loss with Nationals, and bounce back with the series win.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. You didn't quite get the full payback of the sweep against these fucking fish, these dirty fish. They I don't know, but hey, you got 2 out of 3. I'll be happy with that. The first 2 games, especially the hard fought Saturday, hard fought every game.
It was every game was. I'm still waiting to see. I want to see, and maybe we get it tomorrow. I want to see an offensive outburst. I want to see a freaking 10-run, just like slobber knocker. We kick your ass for 9 innings, and it is just absolutely miserable for whoever we're playing. And maybe that starts tomorrow. But
you're going to get one of those games too, I think, soon. So. Think about the guys who have not really hit bombs yet to this point. Haven't really had the huge power numbers like Seiya Suzuki.
Well, hey, I was fixing to say, let's talk about him. Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you before the show. I said I wanted to talk about Seiya.
Let's talk about him.
So yesterday he left eight guys on base. Saturday's game he left 8 guys on base. A couple of really, really tough, not good at bats, I think, from Seiya.
Yeah. Especially yesterday. He had an opportunity, I believe it was bases loaded, and he struck out looking maybe.
I couldn't remember if bases were loaded or if it was second, third, but either way, it was a really good. It could have been bases loaded too. There was 2 opportunities that he really failed to cash in on. So that really stuck out to me.
It's funny you say 2 opportunities because in the Marlins series at Miami, 2 separate times grounded into double plays that just momentum killers. Mm-hmm. And maybe, I don't know, Joey, does it look like maybe – I don't want to be one of those guys that sound like an armchair quarterback because, hell, I've never played Major League Baseball, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I don't know, does it look like he's trying too hard, or is it like I don't know. What is it?
I don't even want to say that, even though I did.
When Joey's internet freezes. This internet froze has been brought to you by El Segundo. No free ads. Steve Austin, Broken Skull American Lager. No free ads, by the way. So El Segundo, when you watch this,
say that
just give us a call.
No free ads.
There you are.
No free ads. Broken Skull, Steve Austin. I heard you. I don't know what happened, but the worst times that this is going to freeze on me, it's going to every single time because I don't even get to the point I'm trying to make. But thank you for the ads. I'm glad that we have we can do that. Next time we get the Scoop the Poop, you can shout out the
I'm gonna call out Pet Supplies Plus next time.
Yeah. Pet Supplies Plus, we got to do that one too. That ad read's coming. Also brought to you by On Tap Sports Network. Tyler, I think it's a pitch recognition thing, but it's also while he's been called and fucked over with the strike zone for so many times, that some of that maybe is wanting to be a little bit aggressive, and some of this maybe is trying to make up for lost time too, right? He missed a
Yeah.
while starting the season. Maybe he's
missed
coming in there a little aggressive, and he wants to really make some noise. I have no idea what the exact thing of it is with him.
It stinks because you see that first month from last year that we saw Seiya. You remember that? Just how
Yeah,
his
hot
all
on base
those
every
at
game.
bats he was having. Like, we need that Seiya. I want that Seiya.
Or towards the end of the season, Seiya, right? He picked it back up.
Oh yeah.
We need better in between.
Mm-hmm.
We need better in between. But right now, the start of the season, he hasn't been horrible. It's those key situations that, like you mentioned, and it's not just Seiya for that matter. This is a team problem.
Oh yeah.
It's a team problem at this point. It's the total number of runners in scoring position numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad. But when you break it down, I was doing this the other day. Now, whatever. Why was I going this far in depth? I don't know. Just I saw a comment and then I was like, well, what situations is really their biggest issues? Because to me, it feels like it's in crunch time situations that they're struggling. So I went and I filtered it down. In high leverage and medium leverage situations, the Cubs were like 26th in WRC plus, towards the bottom or middle of the pack in strikeout rate in those high leverage to medium leverage runners in scoring position situations, and the batting average wasn't as good too. Then you look at the low leverage situations with runners in scoring position, Cubs are one of the best teams in the league. So that's where the discrepancy is. It's not that just that it feels like they're struggling with runners in scoring position in key moments. They actually have been to this point this year, like by the numbers. But if you look at the total numbers, now 237, let's go back and look at it. I'm going to look at my numbers here, Tyler. But what are your thoughts while I'm looking for the stat? Because it's not counting today's numbers. What are your thoughts about these issues? Like, what is it? Just a guy's not really quite clicking yet thing, or is it a pressure thing too?
I really hope that's the case, because that has been that, like last week. You could sum up last week with that. Everyone wants to ask, what was the story of last week? It was not hitting in crucial situations, not hitting in clutch situations, not hitting in situations where you've got guys on second and third, bases loaded, whatever, with 1 out or less. And, excuse me, I'm hoping this is just a situation where things just aren't clicking yet, and maybe who knows, maybe this weekend's the start of changing that, even though like today there were situations they should have done that. But man, like I just hope this is a situation of and we've said it over and over that the whole it's early. I hope it's just that, because man, like if not it's I'm not raising like the red flag or the panic button right now or anything like that, but like you definitely want to. It's a little alarming, because especially against teams like the Marlins, the Nationals, and you get these opportunities to score runs and you're not doing it. Yeah, it like I said, I'm not panicking. I'm not hitting the oh my God, sell the team like the Cardinals are right now, but it definitely it's caught my attention a little bit.
There, Tyler, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I think you said the right word there. Alarming. It's a little alarming. It's not overly concerning yet. It's not that we need to hit the panic button, whatever that means. Like, I don't know, whatever hitting the panic button means to you as a Cubs fan, right? We're not going to do that yet, because we still believe in this team. We just took 2 or 3. You're kind of getting back on track now. Now you can kind of start to feel the momentum you can feel the positive vibes now in the clubhouse too, with the 2 call-ups. There's a big energy movement there. Like it's only bound to happen. But now with Gomes coming back, I like the comment brought up here by Laz in the comments. Yeah, something that we should probably talk about, though. Tucker Barnhart, he says, has to go when Gomes returns. 0 production. Amaya is ready to play regularly. I don't know. The only thing I'm going to give my thoughts here before I freeze up again, Tyler, and then I want to hear what you say because you might have to go before I can even finish. But I don't know like what the chemistry we're going to where the chemistry isn't maybe as good with the catcher to pitcher relationships. Now, not that Amaya doesn't have that with the guys that he's come up with, right? I think he has some of that already built in there. He has not looked out of place. He's looked pretty good at the plate. So I don't know, but I don't know what kind of relationship Tucker Barnhart has built to this point. And so I don't want to be the guy that says, yes, Tucker Barnhart has to go, because I don't know what kind of role that he is playing in that clubhouse from a defensive perspective that they like necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that is. And so I don't really want to jump to that, but I'm curious to hear what you're thinking on this.
I'm like you. I don't want to jump on anything. I know they really bragged on Tucker Barnhart in one of the broadcasts a few games ago about how his preparation was really good. Like right after Yan Gomes went through his whole he left the game, with concussion protocol, all that kind of stuff. They really bragged on his preparation as far as being locked in even when he's not playing. But with that being said, I don't know. Who knows as far as like what his relationship is with pitchers? I don't know. To be honest, I haven't even looked to see if there's specific guys that he catches only. But if not, you would have to think that would be a little bit. It wouldn't be like confusing or nothing, but it'd be a little off. Like if let's say a guy is throwing to a different. A different catcher every other start. That would be because building that relationship is important. And, like Laz said.
I'm laughing at this comment. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm laughing at
this. Then make him a bullpen catcher. Yeah. But I agree with Laz as far as like, with Amaya. I said this before Edwin Rios got dropped and we weren't for sure that Matt Mervis was getting called up. I said, hey, leave Amaya up. Because if there's two guys he can follow and shadow, it's Tucker Barnhart and Yan Gomes. Because Yan Gomes, he just got that professional, and they both are like this. I'm not dissing on Barnhart, but just Yan Gomes has this I don't know, he has like this veteran presence about him, I feel like. And then you've got Tucker Barnhart, who's a former Gold Glove winner. That's two guys that Amaya can really, pick up on. Oh. Well, anyways, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do once Yan Gomes, because I believe Yan Gomes can come back sometime this week, and who knows? I know I'm not 100% sure what Barnhart's contract looks like, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world if Barnhart is DFA'd and Amaya does get to stay up. But at the same time, it also wouldn't shock me if Amaya gets called back down. But God, like I really want to see that guy. Like I really want to see that guy play a full MLB season because, man, it's like we talked about beforehand. The dude is a former top prospect. So hopefully we get to see him. We get to see him stay up longer. Another point from this game. Let's talk Cody Bellinger for a second, and I wish there he is. I think he's coming back.
Hello. Welcome back. Me.
We were just talking. I kept reiterating as far as like our guy Laz talking about Amaya. Like I'd love to see that guy. I'd love to see him play a full season, and if that means Barnhart going down, so be it. But at the same time, like
I don't mind. Like, yeah.
Well, before Mervis got called up, it wouldn't have made me mad if they would have dropped Rios and left Amaya up and let him follow Barnhart and Gomes. What do you think?
Wouldn't have bothered me at all if they would have. No, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. I think like The whole thing with Amaya is he has played for a while in the minors, and he hasn't caught for basically 2 years. Like he has not caught many games, like because of the injuries. So I was completely thrown off and shocked when he got the call. Like I'm thinking, okay, Dom Nunez or something's getting the call. Like this is it's not the time for Amaya. Now he looks comfortable. I don't know. Like who's to say? Like sometimes you just get that spark plug energy from a guy too. Look at Morel, AA to the big leagues. It's not like he can't play here. He can play at this high level. So I mean, maybe you do just cut the cord. It really just depends on that. You don't owe Tucker Barnhart. It's kind of like the Hosmer thing.
I believe what Joey's fixing to say is you don't owe Barnhart, and
you don't owe him. Yeah, you don't owe him. You're right. You don't owe him anything really, in my opinion. Like the only thing is what pitchers are you pissing off because they have that guy in place? But to the point that people have made on Twitter, now wins and losses for a guy that's catching, I'm not going to look at wins and losses and be like, oh, look at Tucker Barnhart's record when he's catching. Like that doesn't mean much. Now ERA splits in a large sample or something like that, like Wilson Contreras last year with the Cubs, compared to Young. But you know what I mean? Like I don't know what the actual impact is. And so I guess I'm just curious to see. I'm curious to see what they do. My gut tells me Amaya will be sent down, and then we'll see him again later this season. But
I agree. It wouldn't shock me if Amaya got sit down. I agree. It wouldn't shock me if Amaya got sit down. I don't want him to, but like you said, it would not shock me if Amaya got sit down. I got to ask you a question because we've talked about just from this series. There's a guy this series, and it's not a secret. Cody Bellinger is arguably the best hitter on this team. Joey, is it time to start considering? I tweeted this earlier. Is it time to start considering a Cody Bellinger extension?
Why not? My biggest thing.
Joey. Well, I think it's at least time to start.
Is he going to accept it now?
Yeah.
He's doing exactly what he wanted to do, in my opinion. Like he came up here, he wanted to get his career rejuvenated, get his swing back, lower half is back. He's taking B-hat kind of cuts compared to what he was. He seems more, I don't know what to call it, balanced at the plate, quicker to the ball, not pulling off as much. But like keeping the bat through the zone longer. Maybe it is time to talk extension. I just don't know if he'll go for it. I think 100% you talk to him though and see because he's a guy that can play all three outfield spots. He can play first base. He runs extremely well. He has that lefty power that you've been missing for so long. And the point that you made off air, like I don't know if have you already went into that when I froze up, but like
I was fixing to start it.
Talking about talk about like the reasons why you would though, because I totally agree.
Okay, so like I agree as far as like I definitely agree with you as far as it would not shock me. Like it'd be kind of silly for him right now to take an extension because like you said, that contract has worked out so far, knock on wood, has worked out tremendously for him. 1 year prove it to me deal kind of thing, and the dude is just raking right now. And by the way, 9 stolen bases, and we're at the beginning. The guy's going to get 30 bags at least.
It's looking like it.
But yeah, like either way, once again, wouldn't shock me if he did not want to talk about it. Didn't want to talk an extension till the end of the season. But you at least got to kick the can on it. You at least got to at least call and ask. Because I look at it this way. We've talked so much this offseason for the past year.
He might like.
We've got this stacked we've got this stacked outfield in the minor leagues. And our guy Juice, follow Juice, by the way, if you don't. The dude basically lives. He lives in the backyard of I believe the South Bend team. Yeah, the South Bend Cubs. He lives in the backyard in the outfield, so he knows. But give him a follow. But he sees it. Everybody else sees it. We've got this stacked outfield. PCA, Alcantara, Brennan Davis. Yeah, that's all great and fine. But it's like the old saying goes. Everyone is just a prospect is just a prospect until they're not. Who's to say when PCA gets called up, when Alcantara gets called up, when Brennan Davis gets called up, maybe they have a shaky start. Who's to say Cody Bellinger makes the All-Star team? I don't know. Wins the NL comeback player of the year, which I'm pretty sure. I think I predicted Cody Bellinger to win the NL comeback player of the year in our preseason episode. But who's to say he doesn't do all that? Who's to say that he's not in the running for NL MVP? Like, I know it's early, but who's to say all that? Why not at least pick up the phone and ask about it? I know he probably won't. He'll probably wait till the offseason. But, like, if that's the case, let's say he continues his tear. You know what you've got with Cody Bellinger. And you've got Seiya for, 3 more years. You've got Happ for 3 more years. Yeah, you can keep one or two of those potential big outfield pieces that we have in the minors. Why not extend Cody Bellinger and use one of those guys for, hell, I don't know, maybe a frontline starter? That's just my thought process. I know there might be people out there that's like, oh, no, because PCA, he's the guy, man, and Alcantara, he's good too, and Brennan Davis. But, man, I don't know. It's like, you know what you have with Belly. He's still young. He's not even 30 yet. I think he's like 28. If you can extend the guy, I don't see why not do that. And then let's say these next 2 to 3 years are our window. Why not use one of those guys for a potential frontline starter, like a Shane Bieber, who we talked about last week, like a, I don't know, Sandy Alcantara, who we saw today, that the Marlins are privy to trading off a lot of their pieces. I don't know. This weekend you see Cody Bellinger, and it's just another reminder, like, this dude's back. Belly's back.
Belly bombs. Belly's back. I love the way that he's playing, and I do agree with you, man. Like, I think you can't really take those risks. Like, I know you can't really bank on the prospects, right? He's young. Laz says here, is Belly 27? Is that the right age for him? I think he's right.
It might be. I know he's not. He's 27, 28. Like, he's not old. He's not baseball old. I think we lost him again. But yeah, I mean, like, I get it. I know there's a lot of people out there that are on the PCA train, that are on the Alcantara train, and are on the Brennan Davis train. And I am too, to an extent. You there? Joey. But yeah, like, I don't know. They'd be silly to at least not talk about it a little bit. Now, like I said, I understand if Cody Bellinger doesn't want to do that this year. Maybe he just wants to focus on having a comeback season, and then they can talk about it in the offseason. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure who his agent is. I don't know. It could possibly be Scott Boras. Don't quote me on that, because hell, we all know if it is Scott Boras, you're not signing an extension during the season. There ain't no way that's happening. But it might not be. And if not, why not? Why not make them a little bit of an offer?
I hate this.
Because, hey, they made it happen with Ian Happ. They made it happen with Nico Horner in the season. During the season, we all thought that they were going to wait till the end of the season. So who knows? Maybe Scott Boras or maybe Jed Hoyer is already maybe he's working his magic. Maybe he is. Who knows? Maybe he's talking to him right now. That'd be cool. That would be cool and tough, as we say here on Cubs on Tap. Uh, Joey, you there?
I see like 3 of me on the screen right now. I hate it here. I don't know what's happening.
Listen, if you guys are listening, we are going to start a GoFundMe for Joey's internet for Comcast. Boycott Comcast.
Listen, they're getting a phone call from me as soon as we get out of here. That's all I'm saying.
Support Joey. Support Joey's internet because we've got to have Joey back on this. We've got to have Joey back on these streams. I mean, it's been too long since we've had you, man. And it's like the baseball gods, the internet gods are working against us right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've waited 3 weeks to just be cut in and out of on this stream, Tyler. 3 weeks to talk, and now they want to shut me up again. The baseball gods want to shut me up again. And listen, I could have probably had better internet connection in the Moab at Moab, Utah, in the Arches National Park, which, by the way, we usually say this at the end of the show, but fuck the Cardinals, because St. Louis, your little fucking arch that you think you have that's so cool in St. Louis, Moab, Utah, the Arches National Park, you ain't got nothing on Moab, Utah. So fuck the Cardinals.
You got that?
Tyler,
got that?
Did that go through okay? Or did that cut out?
It did. It went clear. It got it. We got it.
Good. Another thing, one more thing. When the Cubs lose, I did this for the first time when I was in Vegas. It was for a bachelor party. We threw axes. We went into a smash room and got to break things and shit with hammers and sledgehammers, mallets, and baseball bats. Dude, it was awesome. Talk about relieving stress and frustration after a Cubs loss. Nothing like it. A break and smash room. It was absolutely incredible. But with that said, Tyler, we were talking about fuck the Cardinals. We're not even at the end of the episode.
I think we lost him again. Hey, thank you, Laz. Thanks for listening.
Let's move on.
I agree. Yeah, let's preview this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we've got coming up. St. Louis coming to town, right? We got St. Louis coming to town.
We got St. Louis. We appreciate you, Laz.
Yeah, thanks, Laz. So we got 3-game series with the Cardinals. They finally win a game. I mean, they're coming off an 8-game losing streak, and they finally won a game against the Detroit Tigers. And it took a Paul Goldschmidt 3-home run performance, right?
By the way.
Well, he's going to come back. I know he will. But, it took a Paul Goldschmidt 3-home run performance. They're, I believe they've got the worst record in the National League. But 3-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals coming at home. 6:40 starts each one. I believe tomorrow we have the Stro Show. Marcus Stroman, Miles Michaelis. I believe that's how you say his name, right? Anyways, Miles Michaelis really hasn't been Miles Michaelis. I know last year he was pretty good. This year hasn't really figured it out. Sucks to be him. Anyways, and Marcus Stroman for the Cubs. The dude has every single start, 6 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched. And guess what? 6 innings pitched. Wouldn't shock me if tomorrow the guy went 6 innings pitched. That sinker, if it's sinking, it's like they say in Little League. Remember when you played Little League and, they told the kids, hey, have your gloves ready by the dugout because it's going to be a quick inning. That's really what St. Louis is going to have to do because if Marcus Stroman's sinker is sinking tomorrow, I just said it right there, sinker. If his sinker is sinking tomorrow, it's going to be some quick innings for the Cardinals. Wouldn't shock me if went 6 innings or he went at least 6 innings. And Tuesday, Jameson Taillon, Jack Flaherty, And then Wednesday, Justin Steele and Jordan Montgomery, who's been their best pitcher so far. So, yeah, man, you got Marcus Stroman, Tyon, Justin Balsa Steele. Should be a good series. And like Laz said earlier, he asked about Wilson Contreras. If you didn't hear the news, Wilson Contreras, the former World Series champion for the Cubs, our guy, catcher, isn't catching that much anymore for the Cardinals. In fact, actually, I believe a report came out earlier this week that the Wilson's going to be DHing more and playing left field. So tomorrow, I expect, who knows, maybe he gets a standing ovation in his first at bat. Probably going to cry a little bit. I'm going to be honest. If I'm St. Louis, I don't know if I would play that guy in left field tomorrow. Can you imagine? Tomorrow if Wilson Contreras is playing left field at Wrigley Field? Anybody that knows, if you've ever sit in the bleachers at Wrigley, left field's a whole different cat. It's a whole different ball game. So hey, if Wilson Contreras is playing left field, you better make every single play, Wilson, because if not, those left field bleachers are going to let you know. Joey, hey, I was just saying, imagine if tomorrow Wilson Contreras plays left field.
I hope he is. Because
I kind of hope he does too. Oh, Joey, I hope.
I doubt it. I'm guessing. Well, shit. They're going to give him so much shit in the left field bleachers. I feel like I would immediately pray him though. Like immediately, like first standing ovation. Like I remember the show that you.
That's what I was just saying. I was like, he's probably going to get a standing ovation his first at bat, maybe for like he probably gets a pitch clock violation, and then after that, it is on. It is on for the next 3 games. If that dude drops a ball in left field, if that dude bobbles a grounder, if that dude gets any ball hit to him, let's just say the tears you see when he gets his standing ovation, because he's going to cry, he probably will. Those will not be the only tears we see this series if he plays left field.
Dude, this is absolutely outrageous. You're going to see me moving around here, by the way. I'm just trying to find the right connection area. Maybe I got to turn to the side. You know how you're in the cave, you got to point your phone a certain direction. That's what kind of connection I'm dealing with right now, Tyler.
Hey, we're working. Hey, I promise we're working through it, man. We're working through it. It's just it's just good to have you back on a stream.
It's good to be back.
Even if it's just part of the stream. But yeah, man, should be a good series. I get it. They're the worst team in the National League right now. They have the worst team in the division. But at the same time, and they're not going to do this, but we can't go into this series expecting just to beat the crap out of them because they've been the worst team, the worst team in the NL. They're the Cardinals. 100%. They're the St. Louis Cardinals. It wouldn't shock me. Hey, some people, they just had a bad month. Some fans are calling for them to sell the team already, which is stupid. I'm sure there's some ding-dongs out there that are just going to say, well, if we just hire back Tony La Russa because he's a prestigious manager and we're a prestigious organization, Tony La Russa would have this team turned around in no time. There's some idiots that are saying that, but
no, you know what? Bring back Yachty as a coach then, since he was so wonderful. Everybody thinks, he was the linchpin of everything, and you know what?
Yeah.
He was a different type of dude than what they had in the past. And I'm not gonna do the victory lap thing, Tyler. I'm not. I already tweeted out what I wanted to tweet out, the article that I wrote this offseason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the victory lap thing but there's a lot that goes into the catcher position that we don't know, that we do know, and that we do know. And the stuff that you look at as an analytics, from people at home looking at analytics, from people in organizations looking at analytics, there's more that goes into that position than meets the eye. And if you don't have the right guys in place with relationships with the pitching staff page, knowing where to be, knowing what to call, and you can call this stuff from the dugout now. So
yeah. I believe what Joey is trying to say. If you don't have the right relationship with your manager, catcher, and all that, it can make a humongous difference. And so far, we've seen that in St. Louis. The boring city of St. Louis just keeps getting more boring. And
it's not just that.
Joey?
It's a dumpster fire, Tyler. It's a dumpster fire.
I was trying to reiterate what you were saying. You may have heard me, you may have not. I don't. But hey, should be a good series. Hopefully we see a sweep. But yeah, let's just look at tomorrow, and hopefully we see Marcus Stroman put on the Stro Show. And Laz, once again, Hoyer lost to
yes. Tyler.
You there?
Mista, get me out of here. That's how I feel like right now. I'm trapped, but I keep leaving and then back. And then, you know what? It's going to be a great series, though. I agree.
It is. It'll be a good series.
Ron's going to call up on Tap Sportsnet HQ.
For cheese, man. Well, guys, it's been a good show. It has. These are the shows that you will you'll look back years from now and say, you remember that time that Tyler and Joey did that show, and Joey's face kept freezing on our screen, and we kept getting cool, just frozen images of Joey. You remember that show? Yeah. So these are going to be one of those episodes you'll go back in the archives and be like, yeah, let's listen to the Joey Tyler show from back in the day. But yeah, should be a good series. 640 every start, like I said. And hey, we've got 3 guys between Stroman, Taillon. Taillon's been kind of maybe he can figure something out tomorrow or Tuesday. And hey, Justin Balls of Steel. Keep doing your thing, man. Should be a good matchup because Montgomery's been pretty good too. So be honest, I'm not very good at closing out these things because I don't really have the list. But follow Cubs on Tap. Follow On Tap Sportsnet. We do Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks. There we go. And that team on the South Side, White Sox, they have a team too. There he is. Joey, I was just closing out the show.
Perfect.
Hey, you got any final thoughts, man, before anything happens again?
I'm calling Comcast immediately. Listen, fly the W pick. Who's your fly the W pick?
Joey's calling Comcast. Final thought. Hey, my final thought. You see it right here on my screen. On my screen here. Extend belly. Maybe talk about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe. At least kick the bucket on it or whatever you want to call it. So,
wait, did you do fly the W? Who's your fly the W pick for the series?
For this series, you know what?
Or for game 1, whatever you want.
I'm going to go for this series. You know what? I think we see Matt Mervis hit his first big league home run.
Bang! Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You know what?
I think our guy, I can't remember if it was Jazz or Jeremiah, but one of them said something about Matt Mervis. Maybe it was Jeremiah, yeah. I hope we see Matt Mervis his first big league home run.
I want to jump on that train. I really, really do.
Jump on it, man.
But yeah. All right. That's my fly W. We never usually do this. Yeah. Let's smash our way to the top. Let's sweep these dirty, disgusting Redbirds. Your arch sucks. It has nothing on Moab, Utah. Fuck the Cardinals. I think we're sponsored by OnTapSportsNetwork.com. Yes, we are. At Cubbies on Tap on Twitter. Go ahead and follow at Dinger Cubs to follow the Dingers podcast.
Hey, by the way, real quick, shout out to sorry, man, we totally forgot that. Saturday was the 25th anniversary Kerry Ward 20 strikeout
good
game.
call.
Our boy Jake from Dingers, go by, like, he's been advertised. Go follow him on Twitter. Go follow Dingers on Twitter. Those K shirts are freaking awesome. I need to get me one. If you haven't watched that documentary on the Cubs channel about Jake's father, go do it, man. It is freaking awesome. I think he got a little shout out on Marquee Sports. Honestly, Jake needs to be on the broadcast every May 6th. That's just me.
I love that idea.
I think that'd be cool. But I forgot we were talking about the pre-show and we forgot all about it. But you know how it is, Joey. Me and you get to talk.
Well, yeah.
Like when Juice and Ron on here, me and you can talk and just,
we lose all hell.
Like an hour later, we're like, shit, we got to click record.
Yeah. Well,
if you guys are on YouTube right now, you got a good picture of Joey. Just froze. Just look at him. Yeah. Anyways, follow on Tap Sportsnet. Like I said, Bears, Bulls,
exactly,
and the White Sox. We cover the White Sox too. I think we cover MMA, maybe a little bit of wrestling too. So yeah, give everybody a follow. Joey Knows Nothing at Joey Knows Nothing. I'm Teddy Freddy at Teddy Freddy 270.
Tyler.
Joey, I'll let you in it, man.
No. I don't really care because I'm just saying we're about to get cut off here at any second. So I'm gonna say, thank God that they're letting the kids play. Thank God the kids are starting to arrive. I'm okay with Morel not being here right now at this moment because there's nowhere to play. Madrigal's kind of playing decently. We need that contact bat. If you're going to use him in those situations, I'm glad you're using him in those situations like you did this past weekend and not beforehand when he should have pinned.
Ron, you called it. Oh, let's go Cubs, right? Oh, man. Well, guys, you know how I am.
Shit for Patrick Wisdom. We're supposed to get out.
Oh, Joey. It was a valiant effort.
Fuck the Cardinals. Let's go Cubbies. We're out of here. Add Cubbies on tap on Twitter.
Fuck the Cardinals. You're right. Let's go Cubs. Fuck the Cardinals.
Let's go.
Let's go.